a double landlocked country steeped in Silk Road legacy.
It's like something from a 60s spy movie or something. It's incredible.
Where Soviet influences meet ancient traditions.
This is amazing. I can't believe this.
This is where archers would have stood.
And vast landscapes hide impressive relics.
It's pretty astonishing that I'm able to still walk around here.
For the best part of a century, this country has been off limits to many outsiders. But in recent years, that's been changing, and I'm on a journey to see what we've been missing out on.
This is Uzbekistan.
Once part of the enormous Soviet Union, Uzbekistan is a country of arid deserts, lush mountains and ancient cities. In its long history, it's been home to many civilizations, remnants of which can still be seen today. And now, its more recent past is as much of a draw.
I'm starting my journey here in Tashkent, the biggest city in the whole of Central Asia.
It's dynamic, full of young people with almost half under the age of 30, and it's booming. Though wherever you look, you are reminded of its Soviet past.
So what's this impressive building? Incredible.
This is our circus.
Munis Noor has been studying the unique blend of Soviet and Islamic architecture that Tashkent is known for. After a massive earthquake in the 60s, the Soviets rebuilt the whole city.
At that time, as you know, many different architects came from the Soviet Union, and all the architects tried to build ideal city here.
The circus is one of the many examples of the era's modernist architecture, but back in the day, it was also a symbol of the Soviet Union's big ambitions.
First astronauts were visiting the space, and these ideas also were reflected in this building because the shape of our circus is like spaceship.
So this circus is almost like a tribute to space research and the futuristic idea that the Soviets had.
Once the Soviet Union dissolved, Uzbekistan became an independent country, but for almost 3 more decades it was ruled by an authoritarian leader. The death of Islam Karimov in 2016 kick-started some huge changes, including a big tourism drive. Ilkholm was once an underground theatre, but now it draws in an international audience.
So I think I'm just catching them in mid-rehearsal. I'll take a seat.
The theatre's been around for almost 50 years. It's famous for its bold performances and creating debate even during the Soviet rule.
Irina Barat is the program director here.
The audience is very different, even now, from the majority of our society. And it was kind of underground place. We have very strong our inner censorship here, because we know how we can offend the local people. So even if we are trying to say something very avant-garde and progressive, we are trying to find a solution and the way how to say this, because we want us to be heard, not just be provocative.
But despite their best efforts, Ilkholm's existence is precarious.
This building doesn't belong to us, and they tried to kick us out just 2 years ago, but then I think they have decided they need someone who just a symbol of democracy.
And a distinctive symbol too. I get the impression Uzbekistan is involved in a tug of war between becoming more open and progressive and respecting its past. I'm travelling an hour outside of the city to see that past in its full glory. This is Tashkent, known locally as Kuyosh, which means the sun in Uzbek, and there's good reason for that.
And there it is now, in the middle of nowhere, on a mountain, like nothing else around it. And it's like something from a 60s spy movie or something. It's incredible.
The Institute of the Sun is a Soviet legacy.
I can't believe I'm actually allowed in here.
It was once home to a top-secret project testing the capabilities of military equipment to withstand extreme heats.
Whoa! What an incredible view!
Dr. Shavkat Nurmatov is one of the people in charge.
So tell me, originally, why was this whole institute created?
It was time of race between capitalistic system and Soviet system.
The furnace was built to rival its French equivalent, the only other of its kind in the world.
First, the main idea was about achieving high temperatures in the focal spot by cheap and fast way. And 3000 degrees C required to test some facilities. That time it was military tests in the focal spot.
To see how military equipment can deal with extreme temperature.
Yes,
yeah?
yes. For example, simulation of nuclear power explosion, testing of protecting material of space shuttles.
It works by turning 62 mirrored panels to bounce the sun onto 10,000 tiny mirrors onto the dish-shaped building. They then focus the sun's rays onto a small furnace known as the concentrator. And you can even see for yourself just how powerful the sun can be when reflected off mirrors.
Yep, okay, so you hold it. Oh, look at that! Immediately! Within 2 or 3 seconds, this stick gets to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Absolutely love it.
The Institute has lost some of its former glory.
Hard to imagine, but in its heyday, there'd have been more than 1,000 of the Soviet Union's top minds working here. Today, there's less than 200 people.
But they're still making scientific advances with this space race era technology. The furnace's focal point is located on top of a tower, and I'm granted special access to see one of the experiments being worked on today. They don't fire up the furnace every day, so I'm lucky to see this. These scientists are testing to see if the material can be used to create a new heat conductor.
Be careful. Yeah.
What's totally incredible is that literally just a metre away from me is this saucepan size of material bubbling away. It's being tested under 3,000 degrees Celsius of heat, and that's the result of all these mirrors reflecting the sun's rays.
What an amazing experience. This place really is like a time capsule. Things have been left just as they were during the Soviet rule. But that rule was just a short blip on the timeline of this ancient country, and to journey even deeper into that past, I'm leaving the Tashkent region behind.
If you ever wanted a symbol for Uzbekistan's rapid modernisation, then look no further than its high-speed train line.
The only one of its kind in Central Asia. I'm heading west to Karakalpakstan, an off-the-beaten-track, autonomous region in the middle of the Kizilkum Desert.
It's interesting, back in the day, This route along the old Silk Road from Tashkent to Bukhara, where we're going, would have been made at the speed of a camel.
This rail network is due to be extended next year, but for now, I have to swap my mode of transport to drive 6 hours through some of the driest and most remote landscape I've ever seen.
This has been a long, bumpy ride, but I've been promised it's worth it, and I'm going to see something spectacular very soon.
This area is known as the land of fortresses.
And they were built to protect traders going along the Silk Road from marauding nomads.
Ayazkala is 2,500 years old.
This is where archers would have stood to fire arrows from. And do you know what? I can see why. This is a brilliant vantage point. You can see for absolutely miles.
50 fortresses like this are scattered across the desert. Surprisingly, only a few have been excavated, and a huge amount of work is underway to discover more about the ancient civilizations who built these impressive castles. It's unbelievable they're still intact, considering not only their age, but the harsh climate and the basic materials that they're made of. Karakalpakstan is located to the west of the Aral Sea, a lake so huge it once straddled 6 countries, but it's been shrinking for decades. First because of Soviet farming projects, and later climate change.
Okay, now we've entered into the heart of Karakalpakstan, which is quite a poor region, and you can also tell that maybe the infrastructure needs a bit more work, but it's all part of the charm for me.
Tourism is reinvigorating this community. Some come here to see what's left behind of this once magnificent sea, and others for a camping experience with a twist, to stay in traditional Uzbek yurts. I'm joining Azamat Turkev for the day to see the craftsmanship that goes into building one.
Bu qara uy ağaçları. Qara uy ağaçları bu qaratal ağaçımız. Qaratal ağaçımız özümüzde жергиликтүү ауламызда өсөт.
Everything in this workshop is built by hand, the skills developed over generations.
How many of these do you make a week?
2 аптада 15 күндө 20 күндө bir qara uyum чыгады, таяр болот да.
Once the parts have been made, putting it up is fairly easy.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Wow.
Tabii şangrak bize götüremiz. Bakaş, bitir şangrakta. Gelin.
Brilliant. Look at that.
Gelin.
This is the lattices all stuck together already. Thank you. Wow, I'm going to walk through the door. So we're looking to lift the roof. Oh, wow. Yes, look at this. Brilliant.
Hemen geldi o var ya.
This is a proper skilled task here.
Qara uyimizde bu da ata babalarımız tez qurilib, tez buzilатын bo'lgandan keyin ko'chbeli bo'lgan. Hozircha şarvalarımızga juda negan. Bu Qarabağımızın milliy qara uylarini Dubayga, Qatarga, Rossiyaga, Chechenistonga apardik, Turkmenistonga o'zida apardik da. Xudo xolasa yaqin arada Amerikaga da aparamiz.
The waterproof cover comes on just in time.
So this is lucky. The rain has just got really heavy.
Qara uyning o'zi, masalan, eskining o'zi da bu. Eskining o'zi misol ilib kiradi. Bu beziklarimiz, bu bezik ma'nosini anglab turadi, hamda ul percent anglab turadi bu. Masalan, sizning 5 balangiz bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bundan 5 bo'ladi.
Azamat is excited about what the future holds.
Turistlar ko'p keladi. Masalan, o'zimizning istagan qara uylarimizni istep quruq protsesini ko'rib keladi ko'p.
It's been a bit of a journey to get here, but seeing this part of the country has really made me appreciate Uzbekistan's more traditional culture. And my last stop is taking me even further back in time. I'm on my way to Khiva, one of the most ancient cities in Central Asia. The old town, Kala, is so well preserved, it's like a film set. The sites here are all over 1,500 years old. The Kalta minaret, the Islam Koja mosque, and even the walls themselves are just a few of the landmarks that Uzbekistan has been painstakingly restoring.
And today, it looks like something special is going on.
Uzbekistan's first ever World Ethnosports Festival. An event designed to preserve the more traditional sports in their authentic form. Teams from over 60 countries have travelled here to take part, and locals tell me this is the biggest event that Khiva has ever hosted.
It's great here, there's always something going on. Turn any corner and you'll find some sort of action.
Kurash wrestling is traditional to Asia, but here today, unusually, it's being practiced by young women. Borjon Kumrova is representing Uzbekistan.
Bu bize festivalda juda katta ishtiyoq bilan qatnashyapmiz. Hali bize hattoki bilmagan, ko'rmagan sportlarimizni ham shu yerda o'rganyapmiz. Milliy kurash sport turi bizlarning ota-bobolarimizdan qolgan sport turi hisoblanadi. Ayniqsa qiz bolalar uchun juda ma'qul sport turi hisoblanadi.
It's believed that Kurash dates back to a time when there was a matriarchal society in which women would test the worthiness of their groom in a match. If the man lost, the woman stayed single.
Bu sport turi bilan shug'ullangan qiz bola o'zini har qanday vaziyatda ham himoya qila oladi. Juda katta va bu yoqda shug'ullanib turishimizni ko'rib hozir ham kelishyapti. Bizlar ham qatnashsak bo'ladimi, yiqilib ko'rsak, usul bajarsak bo'ladimi deb. Hozir bizlar shug'ullanmay chetda qarab tursak, bizlarga bo'lmaydi, u uyat u bizlar uchun. Men birinchi marta mashg'ulotga borganda sport zalimizda faqatgina men bitta qiz bola bo'lib, bir zal o'g'il bola bo'lgan. Men shug'ullanganman shu o'g'il bolalar bilan ishlab, usul bajarib.
Can you beat most of these boys?
Ha, bilaman.
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'd be terrified of fighting against you, let me tell you.
Yo'q, chiqaringni, yiqmayman sizni.
Show me your best move, come on. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'd go over.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank you for not leaving me over. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There are more than 20 traditional sports being played here today, and this festival is about enticing a new generation of players to get involved. The Jabarov family have been tightrope walkers for hundreds of years.
Dadam keyin menga o'rgatib, keyin men bolalarimni o'rgatib, nevaralarimni ham o'rgatib, hozir shu kasbni qilib kelmoqdamiz.
It's incredible.
Tomoshadan oldidan bir mashq qilib olib, badanni qizdiradigan mashqimiz shu. Eski paytda qal'adan tashqariga, ichkariga kirish nimasi bo'lgan. Harbiylarni. Shuni shu qal'ani yoniga tortib, shundan o'tib ketishgan. Shunda eshitganmiz biz. Siz ham tepaga chiqib qolaysizmi?
Do you want to go upstairs?
No, no, thank you.
But I knew that answer wasn't going to fly. However, I don't think even I was prepared for what was about to happen. I've got to say, I can't help but feel a hard hat would have been more appropriate than these fancy boots.
Strong enough?
Okay.
Do what you have to do. Here we go.
Gracious as ever.
turning round. This is amazing. I can't believe this. Any moment now, I'm surely going to fall, but as we totter across the room, help, it's like a baby walking for the first time. Here we go. I'm going to make it. Am I going to make it? Don't get too presumptuous. Yes! Check that out. Thank you. Whoa, that was exhilarating. That is one of the most scary things I've ever done, and I've done some stuff. And whoa, Rahmat.
Nihoyatda boshqacha darvoza bular. Bu hamma joyda emas bu. O'zbekistonda eng katta dor O'zbekistonda. Boshqa joyda yo'q. Yana bitta odam turadi. Uning ustida yana bitta odam turadi. 3 odamning hayoti bu. Shuning uchun hamma yoqni yaxshi qilib, chiroyli qilsang, hammasi zo'r chiqadi.
As the sun sets on Khiva, it's a perfect end to my trip.
I'll be honest, Uzbekistan has not really been on my radar. But in a way, that's not surprising. This country has been closed to the outside world for nigh on a century.
Once at the heart of the Silk Road, linking the East and West, it's now looking to reconnect and wholeheartedly embrace tourism, keen to show the world its vibrant culture, ancient heritage and architectural wonders. It's forging a new identity while being just as proud of its past.